What's going on, everybody? Andrew here. I figured I'd do another grow update because, I mean, as you can see, they're getting a little bit bushier. And a lot of them have pods on them, so I wanted to kind of show you all around, and just not a ton is changing, but I'm excited. So here's the Reaper. And as you can see, I've got a nice big old pod there. And then there's another one over here. And they're starting to really, I think these are the first pods that are starting to come on. So I think once these start to develop a little bit more, I'll get a bunch, because as you can see, there are a bunch of buds, a bunch of flowers. There's another pod there. Sorry, there it is, and there's another one up here too. So there's about 5 or 6 on there. This is my boot. It's the one that suffered getting cut in half, essentially, at like 8 inches tall. So it got cut to about 4 inches. And it's starting to thicken up down there. I mean, you can see the stalk, it's pretty good, but and then it's got a couple of areas where it looks like there might be a pod going, so that might turn into one, and I just haven't seen one fully develop yet. Well, there actually, as we speak, I look down and there's a small little pod. Probably won't focus, so. But it looks like we're gonna have some pods on here too, so that's nice. And then that's always cool. Here's the Jay's Ghost Scorpion peach variety. And up until about a week ago, this didn't have anything on it, but I mean, there's one growing right there. And then once you get underneath, you can start seeing all the pods that are. So I mean, there's 3 there, and there's 3 more there. That's one of the. That was the second one that grew on this plant. And then there's one right there. And then there's 4 right there. And there's the largest one. They're pretty, they got some good spikes on them. There's another one. There's another 2 actually. Right there. But I mean, if you look in here, it's hard to see on the camera, but there's just like a bunch of different, there's another smaller one, but it's a bunch of buds, and so there's 2, bunch of buds, a bunch of there's another one deeper in there. So I mean, there's going to be hundreds of pods on this plant, I think, at some point, because I mean, it's, look at that stalk. It has the central shaft, which was how big it was. This was how big it was originally, but you can see that this right down here is about as big as my thumb. And there's 5 shafts going off of the original one, and then this one is one of the shoots from the original. Here are my daddles. 2 of those. I probably need to repot these. I just didn't want to do it while they had pods on them. So once all these pods actually end up ripening, I'm going to go ahead and pull them out of these pots and put them in some larger pots. Probably go with the 7s like the other ones. So I got these 2 plants from Pepper Rich Farms and in Hastings, Florida, and I got all the other plants from Jim Duffy at Refining Fire Chilies. This is my pumpkin habanero. It was looking a little weird, and it's still kind of looking weird, but as you can see, I mean, it's got pods on it. So there's 1, there's 2, there's a 3rd one in there. That's probably the biggest one on the plant right there. And so they'll end up turning yellow, and they have that ribbed pumpkin look to them. Let's see if there's, and so I mean this one I topped like the other ones, but it only forked once, which was interesting. But the stem's pretty large. I had to I went ahead, and there's another, that one should start a pod here shortly. I mean, it already has, just hasn't gotten much bigger than that. And then there's probably going to be one up here too. So this is my Moruga. This is the only one that I didn't top because it was sick pretty much. It got sick really early from overwatering on my part. It didn't have a lot of sun, and so I just let it go because I didn't want to bother it because it already had so much trouble. But the stock's fairly large. I mean, it's not as large as the other ones obviously, but it's potting, it's got flowers. It looks like this is the only one that's really dropped and stayed. It's dropped its flower and stayed. So that might become a pod here in the future, which I'm looking forward to. And so that's really where that one's at. But I mean, it's growing well now. The top leaves don't look as crinkled as the bottom ones did. They're still crinkling a little bit. I've been giving it, all of these are in, I think it's Fox Farms Ocean Blend potting soil. And then I put Fox Farms Grow Big and then Fox Farms Big Bloom once they started blooming. And it seems to be doing all right for them. And then this is my brain strain. There's a bunch of pods on this one, so there's 2 large pods there. Those are definitely going to be going to Sean and Dave up in Alaska once they ripen. But they're green and they're getting greener. But they're pretty firm, so good luck with those guys. And then it's got some little ones. There's a couple little ones there. There's some other ones on this side as well. Go ahead and get down here so you can see there's 2 there. Then there's the back side of the one. There's another one. And I have them all pretty close. I mean, it's still flowering, as you can see. And they're wide open. They're ready to take it, so to speak. And then here's one right there. And then here's another one right here. I think there's some on this side somewhere as well, maybe. But the first one is still ripening right here. And it had something go on with its stem. I don't know what. I think it just got injured, and it's still greening. It's getting much greener. And it's pretty firm. It's like pretty much solid. But it's been pouring rain every day. And that's kind of where we're at. I don't think they're going to ripen. I think this one probably will ripen in the next week or 2. And then, as you can see, I topped this one as well. And the stems are pretty big there as well. So that's pretty much it. And as I'm looking back at the Reaper, I see there's another one there, another one there. There's another big one there, another one up here. As you can see, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, because like I said, it's been raining. You can look up at the sky. It's pretty much, I mean, it's pretty gray out. So that's really what I got going on, guys. Hopefully here soon I'll have some pods. I can send some around because I'm not going to need all of them, but I just think it's fun to grow stuff that you like. So not too many. I mean, the daddles and the habanero are the only ones that are light. Next year I'll probably I really want to grow some pimento de padrones because those are delicious. I've got a video that I'll be putting up of me making some tapas from some chilies I got from Jim Duffy here probably Monday or Tuesday. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks, and I'll see you around. Bye.